Hey man, we better get close to our families. We better get up every day and be thankful for what we got. We better tell whatever person we want to tell something positive to. You better tell them. You gotta tell them. You gotta get closer to yours. You gotta know that what you have is a blessing. You hearing this from a man that do not have his own children. To have children is a blessing. Children is the blessing of it all. They are the blessing right there. If we collectively focused on the safety and the great development of the children, the protection of the children, that's the key right there. To see the smiles in their face, to see the way that they living, we can't stop that. We must follow them, follow in the footsteps of children. Children have this great ability to be able to forgive and love. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. No matter what. You could be gone for a long time and whatever. They see you again, they feel that love again. They not holding on to stuff. Us older people is holding on to stuff. You know what I'm saying? We gotta let this stuff go. We gotta be more focused. I feel like we gotta be real focused. You know? And the biggest thing we gotta be focused on is love. You know what I'm saying? This ain't corny. This real. This really about love and hate. This about purpose. This about living life with a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that you are a purpose. That you're not made from nothing. I wouldn't believe anything that says that I'm from nothing and that I'm nothing and I'm not worthy and I'm not worthy of this good feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, what's a greater feeling than seeing and feeling children having a good time? Children want love. Everything that children do, us adults should be doing. They gonna hug one another. You know what I'm saying? We ain't hugging one another. You know, we're not even receiving compliments good. We don't want to receive compliments well. You know, we don't want to be grateful when somebody give us a compliment. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we need to be making more love. You know what I'm saying? More love, less war. Like, I feel like if more people was making love, less of this crazy stuff would be happening. Like, how can people be making love and beefing and killing each other? Like, you know what I'm saying? The way I see it is, it's infinity women in the world. And from a woman perspective, it's infinity men, you know? It just may not be infinity men and women that you can build with, you know what I'm saying? On a deeper level. But it's definitely infinity people to just enjoy yourself and make love. Because from my point of view, like, you know, it's infinity beautiful women. Like, it's infinity of them, you know? So from a woman's point of view, it's infinity men, you know? But that loving yourself gotta be the first thing, you know what I'm saying? You can't be waking up mad, pre-notion mad, you know? You gotta be getting up like, man, I'm up again, you know, cool. You know, I got opportunity to, you know, try to right my wrongs, change, grow, trying to, you know, do something positive, you know, do something, you know? Because, you know, all my friends' kids and, you know, my sister's kids and my cousin's kids, like, you know, like, they do good. I see smiles on their face, like, that's my gift, you know? And that's why I don't celebrate, you know, any holidays, anything like that. Because to me, it's really pointless and it's damaging because physical gifts is not the gifts. Like when it come down to it, we're losing our minds and going crazy over, physical things that we actually make at work. We all go to work, we all do different things, and at the end of the day, we all making this stuff that we going crazy about, So I don't want no birthday presents, no Christmas presents, and even playing sports, I'd have won so many championships and won so many events. I'd have accomplished so many things. I don't even have those things. I don't, I'd have gave that stuff away every time, Girlfriends, kids or something, or a kid in the crowd or something just to inspire them or something, or, my stuff scattered all over the place, because for me, it was never about gaining the hardware. It was about gaining the experience and the feeling, gaining attributes. You only gain attributes for actually making it through challenges. So I'm going through the challenge head first, and it feels good to be a part of the experience. So for me, I'm always a part of some type of great experience if I'm doing it, working it, or viewing it. Like, I be there, and there's nothing greater than that. There's nothing greater to see all the different type of people, children and all, like, excited, having a great time, you know what I'm saying? Coming together for those special moments. Like, the way people feel right there be crazy, and the way people feel right there, they do the same thing that the children doing, playing, hugging, and goofing off, and don't have no premeditated hate, premeditating, I'm gonna destroy this situation, and that's cool, just like it's pretty cool that I get to audition for American Crime Story. You know what I'm saying? I never auditioned for anything like that before. I mean, I did a little drama in school, for a little moment. It's cool, a little fun. But for some reason, I'm there. I got to go back there again today, to be more in depth. So it's just being able to experience this stuff. So even if I make it or not, for me, it's like, wow, I'm at this position right here, and I get to see people who, most likely is really inspiring actors or actresses or whatnot, models, and they really trying to get in here, and I get to be a part of the process, see how things go. You know what I mean? It's definitely a learning tool, it's an information tool, because since I'm progressing in this, it's something I could turn around and teach, give some advice to people who want to try to do this, and let them know what I'm seeing. I've been a part of a lot of great experiences. Just recently I was in Orlando. I just so happened to be working in that area, building fixtures for Macy's at a mall. And childhood friends of mine's, because we old guys now, man, they had children in this basketball tournament at Disney World, at the Worldwide Sports, ESPN. And I believe it was for small fry, like international small fry. And it just was a great experience to be able to see friends of mine with their family, and friends, and they come out there and play this tournament. And another just like huge thing was is they had a woman coach, so that's even more like history in the making. And I seen them do incredible things. Like that's amazing to be able to see them overcome so much, and what it did for them, what it's doing for them. Because now these kids is off in like the LeBron James tournament or something like that. I just know they're in Ohio, and I know that LeBron James there. I don't know if his kid is playing it. It might be, but this is the point. This is the point. Like, this is what life is about. The experiences of everybody, but really making the experiences for these children, making a positive way out of harm's way. And these is some things that you can do. These is some tools. These things really matters the most. Like, it matters so much. When those young kids in Orlando was down by double digits at halftime and down almost double digits, if not double digits, by the fourth quarter, like, the kids didn't break or anything, not even the fans, not the parents, not the coaching staff, not the woman coach. Like, they had belief in each other, and they came back in that game. And they hit big shots, executed, man, beautifully, and they came back and won that game. Like, imagine being a part of something like that. Imagine how that feels right there. To see all those kids, happy and joyful. They just accomplished something like that. And then to see the looks on the parents' face, because you got parents crying, coaches crying. Like, that's euphoria. You need that feeling right there. You need that type of magic happening in your life, happening in them kids' life, children's life, man. I'm telling you, that's the way. And believe in whatever higher power you believe in, because I just feel like my higher power be blessing me over and over. So I got an opportunity to be there, film it, be right next to the ESPN radio and the camera crew who was recording it live, and I got a chance to be on the floor with them when they gave them the trophies and cut the nets down, as if I was a parent or something too. It was a blessing. And it was on an individual basis for me. Like, those people who was there taking their kids there and coach their kids and everything there, they was telling their children about me and my time when I was playing, in high school in Kenosha. Which was real big to me, because I didn't view myself the way they viewed me. And the reason why I never viewed myself the way they viewed me is because at that time I was always chasing them, because they was the one who taught me how to play. And you know what they was telling their children, what they was saying about me was true, because I did that. You know what I'm saying? And I had opportunities to be able to achieve, you know, this greatness, unbelievable things like being an 8th seed and knocking off a number 1 seed and end up winning the championship. You know what I'm saying? Like, just experiencing that, just being a part of that, those type of things make you believe. So when you're a part of success, visually, physically, however you is a part of it, if you're a part of success, like, you're gonna continue success because you know what it takes to get there, and you desire that feeling, because that feeling is good. So I just believe if we become more successful at bringing smiles on children's faces, then we will be more successful at bringing smiles on our own faces. I don't think that we can do it the other way. I don't think that we can focus on putting smiles on our faces in order to put smiles on children's faces. I believe that you got to put smiles on children's faces in order to put smiles on your faces. Straight up. I think that's the way that it got to be. You know what I'm saying? Because children don't deserve anything that adults is doing. Children don't deserve the causes and effects of what adults doing. And that's what's getting out of hand. No, that's what's way out of hand. Love got to be the focus. To me, it don't matter what type of person you are. This the world. You need all different type of people. So that's why I really don't want to get into your sexual preferences and all that extra stuff, because no matter what I talk about, like, it's going to be all different type of people. So we got to start to, like, accept all different type of people. It is what it is. But at the same time, though, we got to start to do those things in respect of destroying stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can be overdoing everything. Like, this is Earth, and we do have a natural order of things. So that thing that we do got to fight for, natural versus artificial. You can have artificial, but artificial has to have a place. Artificial can't take over natural. So nuclear will always be natural. Man, woman is natural. And man and woman cannot be destroyed for the man, and the woman, and the I don't have a gender and I don't have a gender. You guys have places. That don't create life naturally. We can't try to replace Earth. We're trying to replace what's real and what's fake. These are the type of things that need to be handled, because these type of things are detrimental. If we don't have men loving women, and if we don't have women loving men, then we don't reproduce. And that's what we naturally should be doing. Now, if you choose to do something else, then that's cool. It's places in this world, places in this society where you can do that. But if those type of people trying to take over the world, like, we got to talk about that now. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a mother and I have a father. That's how I got here. I didn't come here out of no tube or no bottle or nothing like that. Now, y'all can have that world, but it's a natural order of things. Just like it's a natural order of way of growing food, having food. So we're dealing with fake food and real food, fake fruits and fake vegetables. These things do have to be tackled. That's not natural. You can have a place in this world, but that's not natural. Taking over the world, now we got to talk about that, because that means that you're trying to destroy us. People who is creating life naturally. So these type of topics need to be talked about. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to change my vocabulary for groups who's sensitive to what's original. That's the issue. We could talk all day about genderless. I am a gender. You feel me? So we got to nip that in the bud. Hands down. So yes, we can have different type of people, but it's a place for all that. Is you trying to figure out a way to live amongst each other on this one planet, or is you trying to take over and destroy the planet and make it your planet? You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. Well, this is number one. This has to be in school. This has to be public. Like, these type of conversations need to be talked about. But differences you need. But we gotta be on the same page on quite a few topics. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a foundation of things that we all abide by, go by. Because without doing that, like, things ain't gonna flow, things ain't gonna work. But if you live and you got rights, you know what I'm saying, you should be able to have access to living because you're alive. I don't believe in, you know what I'm saying, people that's living or living beings not being able to live. But when it starts to become a detriment to the natural order of things, that's an issue, because without the earth, like, there's nothing. Without the earth people, it's nothing. Without the earth plants, it's nothing. Without the earth animals, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing to earth people. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that's real. You know, human real life is real. And artificial fake life is real. And I think that we going through mass confusions when it comes to that. What's real and what's not. What's real is how we feel. That love and that hate, that's real. We know that's real. We can feel that. So when we lose loved ones, we feel that. How do we feel? How do we react when we lose loved ones? And how do we feel when our loved ones lose someone? Don't feel too great. But it's a desensitization going on. People is desensitized because we losing people at an alarming rate. And it's like, oh well, on to the next day, on to the next moment, without real life changing your life now, like right now. And it's my generation of people that, you know, it's my generation of people. We're desensitized. Like, this is regular. You know what I'm saying? And it's that switch is turned off. You know, that humanity switch is turned off. Anything goes. Got to turn that humanity switch back on. That humanity switch has to be on. Because that's what we truly missing as a whole, is humanity. But I'm saying we missing it consistently. Because you see it in flashes, you see it in bursts. But we're not getting a consistent grip on it. Like, what if we ran into a day where we can consistently talk about things without talking about someone we know got killed or something. Or something horrific happened to someone we know. Like, can we get that type of consistency? Can we start promoting ones who putting their life on the line, risking it all the time for positivity, risking the amount of money they could be making because they want to work at this job because they want to help people? You see what I'm saying? How about people who got their own businesses? Supporting them. That's love. You got friends that got friends that got their own business. Can we support them? Can we share that? Can we share positive stats, positive posts, positive videos? And if we're going to share videos that's shaky, like, let's make those videos class. Let's break those videos down. Let's become our own news, our own journalists, and let's figure things out. Let's do things on our own. Let's come up with our own documentation. You know what I'm saying? Let's come up with our own way of handling things, processing things. You got to start figuring out a way to win. You know what I'm saying? Because when you win, you feel good. We got to start being successful at life. Stop taking these losses and stop having these excuses. We need to stop saying RIP. Let's stop saying we're grieving. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop sending people home early, man. Let's stop sending the young home early. Like we need each other. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's about the smiles on the children's faces, no matter the age.